to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another EpicVerse Podcast episode.
The EpicVerse Podcast.
Josiah. And I am here with Epic Mike and Shark Boy.
And Lava
What's up,
Girl.
Shark Boy? How's it going?
It's going good. I'm just Sharky boying around.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know why you have a picture of a cute shark, because that's highly inaccurate to
Hey, all sharks
the nature
are
of
adorable.
sharks.
Thank you very much.
No, they're not.
Hey, Ben.
Hey.
Go look at a picture of a goblin shark and tell me it's adorable.
All right.
You ever hear about the shark attack where over 150 sailors were eaten alive?
Wow. Sounds great.
Remember how sharks are like super cute and innocent and stuff?
I love sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally...
Yeah.
Nothing,
You know who didn't love sharks? Those sailors.
Nothing you
The
guys
families of
will
those
ever
sailors.
try to pull out of the stories or whatever will make me dislike sharks.
It's not a story. It's a historical
It's a
article.
Story. It's called a history.
It's not a story.
History.
No, it's real, Ben. It's real.
History's not
I
real?
just wanna
It's an
point out,
account.
I never
It's an
know
account.
how Josiah's going to open these episodes
Gosh,
up,
are you
and
telling me that history's not real?
it's the chaos. The chaos sometimes.
All right. Well,
is,
either way, you guys are never
Well,
going
look,
to get me to not like
mitigated.
a shark.
I was just trying to bring some truth to the fact about sharks that Ben keeps on denying, as much as he likes to deny that
You know, sharks will eat their
Justin
babies,
Bieber
Ben?
is a Nazi.
You know what, Mike?
So
Sharks will eat you too.
Yeah, they will. But they
Yeah.
eat their babies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
why do you think we don't go in the water with sharks, Ben?
I love
Yeah.
going in the water with sharks. Get me in there. Oh yeah.
You know, shark embryos attack each other.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
That's messed
Sharks
up,
are so
bro.
tough, the embryos are known to attack one another. Largest
That's
embryo in a
insane.
shark litter is known to eat its fellow embryos in an act known as intruderine cannibalism.
Oh
Yep.
my
There are
goodness.
not.
Yeah, researchers looked at this little phenomenon in
Dude.
sand
Also-
sharks, noting that while 12 littermates may start out the journey, all but one is devoured by the biggest in the pack. That
Also,
strategy-
That's not cool,
it's
man.
pronounced
That's not cool.
intrauterine, but also it's
That's
not
not
actually
cool.
common with all sharks. There are specific types of sharks where it is more common than others. I believe it's like sand tiger sharks are one of them, but not all sharks have that happen. So
Not all sharks, man.
Mike is
Not
trying
all
to
sharks.
generalize all
Are you
sharks.
pulling that art?
I'm
not generalizing anything. I'm just reading what it
I'm
says about shark facts.
protecting my
man.
homeboy's honor.
No, you're trying to defend something that eats itself when it's a baby. Too.
Well, you know
They
what?
eat each other when they're babies.
Tis nature, Michael. Tis nature.
Sure.
Yikes.
And this is the part where you say,
Yikes.
I reject nature. And then you just...
I never have to. I don't need to say that because you got so upset.
All right, well, if
about these sharks,
you reject
eating each
nature,
other.
then you reject the fact that apparently hippos and whales are related. Okay, so...
But I never said I rejected nature, Ben. You're projecting because you're upset.
Well, guess
about
what?
you
You're
stupid little shark
projecting.
babies
You're
eating each other.
you're projecting
I'm not
all
projecting
shark.
anything.
You're projecting all shark babies
I never
eating
said
their
all
other
sharks,
babies.
Ben. I never said
You
all
said
sharks.
sharks, which
Yeah.
specifies
There's
all
There's
sharks.
a lot of sharks. No, it does not. That is projection.
All right,
That is
first
fineness.
off, I just got to
True.
stop for just a second. Josiah, is that a spindrift? No, never mind.
What?
It's not. Okay. Anyway,
a
Michael.
spindrift?
It's a sparkling water. It's
What
like
I am-
really freaking good.
What I no, ugh, that's
Okay,
disgusting.
alright.
I don't drink sparkling water.
Alright, well,
Sparkling water is nasty.
the best
what
drink
I am
on the planet.
drinking is an IPA.
Oh, even better.
Mm-hmm. I don't mess around.
Nice.
I'm drinking a nice, refreshing little beer,
Mm.
brewed with wheat and lactose to create a creamy cake-like malt body.
Oh.
The addition of pineapple fruit, Sabro, and Strata hops create a tropical coconut finish.
That sounds delicious.
It's amazing.
That honestly sounds so
amazing.
refreshing right now. Like,
Yeah, no, it's good. Yep.
Hey, Ben, have you ever been to Europe?
no.
Okay, never mind. This fact won't be interesting, though.
Well, how do you know?
Well,
know
Europe
female
is kind of
sharks?
interesting.
Do you know that female sharks can be impregnated by multiple partners at once, Ben?
Oh.
You hear that, Ben?
Wow.
The sharks can't keep it to one.
Nope, they can't.
They got to get around a little bit.
Interesting. That's kind of.
But unlike other
I don't know how I feel
animals,
about that,
which
to
Do
be
you
honest.
also know that sharks are sexist? They prefer to attack men.
Oh no.
Since
Dude.
Since 1580, 93% of shark attacks have been on males.
sounds to me like natural selection.
It could also just be because men are idiots and we're the ones that jump into
That's
the water
true.
with sharks.
Well,
but-
no, but also a lot of shark attacks, in fact, the majority of them are instigated by people being stupid. And guys are pretty stupid when they're in the water. That's just a fact. Like the guy that I watched a video of,
You want to know something else, Ben?
what?
You wanna know
Is
something
that
else
is
that's
that we're
cool?
going to tell these sailors that died trying to
Yeah.
escape sharks?
Yeah,
in the
Did you
because
water?
know
they
that
were
a
stupid.
great white
They're
shark,
stupid. Why do you
Ben.
think, dude? They were
Ben.
on a ship.
They were on a
and the
boat
ship
just
sunk.
minding their own business, and the ship sunk because of those sharks.
Yeah.
And then they got eaten.
The ship did not sink because of the sharks.
Their ship was literally on fire. Like what
Yeah.
were they going to do?
How did it get on fire?
Not by the sharks.
The
Yeah.
shark.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the sharks. Listen,
Conspiracy
Probably-
did you
theories.
know that a great white shark is actually about the size of the megalodon's penis? Great white is about the size of the clasper or penis
Great
of the male
whites.
megalodon.
Great whites grow
Nice.
from 12 to 20 feet long, and megalodons were about 65. So,
Yeah, so it has a 20-foot penis.
20-foot penis, baby. Bet you'd like
Yeah.
that, Mike.
Great white.
Bet you'd like that.
You know that the ocean floor is a graveyard for shark teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Didn't know that.
Oh.
basically, sharks are litterers. They just litter all the time,
Wow.
constantly littering.
Mike, the amount of shark slander that you're throwing out here, which is not, it's not good.
These are all facts, man.
Okay, well,
They're all facts, though.
regardless of whether or not it's facts or not, if you start to look up facts about shark attacks and sharks killing people, I'm sure you're going to be disappointed because it doesn't happen very often. You're bringing me facts about the nature of
All
sharks,
I'm saying, Ben.
which is not weird because that's the nature
All
of
I'm saying,
sharks.
Ben, is that your profile picture is highly inaccurate because it's showing like a cute little shark. It should be more. Well, that's not true. I was gonna say it should be more like a dolphin, but dolphins aren't cute either.
Dude,
they're
frick dolphins,
they're
baby.
rapists. So,
Frick them.
Well, so apparently also a lot of sharks, lemon sharks specifically for Ben, and well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
when they decide to mate, they go back to the place that they were born.
Yeah.
So imagine you're like hanging out.
It's
you know,
really
like
cool,
somebody's hanging out with
actually.
their wife, and they're like, "Hey, you ready to make a baby? Let's go back to where I was born in the hospital, and let's climb in that little bed. Let's do it."
Okay.
So then the hospital's like, "What are you guys doing here?" They're like, "Hey, we're here to mate," and they're like, "Oh, okay, all right, bed's over there." So now, if sharks were able to evolve on land, they would be a menace because they'd be making a huge mess in all the hospitals
But
because
guess
they're all
what,
in there being
Michael?
horny with each other.
That doesn't happen. And they're sharks, not humans, so I think that's actually kind of cool.
I think it's kind of weird that you're just coming after sharks like that.
I didn't come after
You know,
sharks.
we have a lot in common with sharks, Ben.
honestly, humans should have mating rooms, though.
We do. They're called bedrooms.
Yeah.
I meant like giant, like like hospital. We should just replace hospitals with like mating.
Mating
Facility.
chambers.
I mean,
that
I
sounds
just don't
like
know.
dystopian
Ben, we
era
actually have a lot in common with sharks.
garbage to me.
Sounds like a good time.
It's better than
Ben,
hospitals.
a lot of humans and sharks have some really interesting similarities.
Mm-hmm.
So they could one day become like us.
Mm-hmm.
That we both are jawed vertebrates.
Mm-hmm.
We share a common ancestor believed, according to nature, to be the Ancanthodes brony.
Mm-hmm.
Brony?
Think about it though. If we got rid of hospitals, there wouldn't be any injured people to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, if we
Or
got
sick
rid of
people.
hospitals, then they'd all
Can't
just
get hurt.
die.
Can't get hurt. Can't go to a hospital if you're dead.
Yeah. I mean, would you rather go to a facility to have sex or to treat an injury that you got?
Yeah.
Treat an injury.
You can only have one,
so
Ben.
I can't die.
Oh.
Wow. You'd rather do that over sex?
If I can just do sex anywhere else,
Interesting.
yeah.
Would you rather
Anywhere
get
else?
injured or would you rather have sex?
Okay, I would rather have sex than get injured, obviously, but of course I want to have somewhere to go.
Are you sure?
Hey Ben, you want to know something else that's kind of crazy?
What, Michael?
Sharks don't even have bones.
No.
They're spineless.
That's true.
Oh, mercy, Michael.
They're spineless.
You're telling me these
Yeah,
facts
they have like
as if I'm
cartilage,
not
right?
someone who's been researching sharks since I was like 7 years old.
You know who else you've
that?
been researching since you were 7 years old?
Justin
Dinosaurs.
Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Bieber. Justin Bieber. Well, we already found out in one of the earlier episodes. You don't know nothing about dinosaurs. You didn't know they breathe fire.
Yeah, you didn't know.
You know what?
You know,
The Parasaurolophus breathes fire.
But you know what else breathes fire?
Dragons.
That's very true.
And you know what happened recently?
What happened recently?
We had a sage prophet, a man who knows things that are coming, tried to warn the human race of an impending war
Uh-oh.
between aliens
Oh, snap.
and dragons.
Oh, snap.
Dragons, you said.
Crackle and pop.
Wow.
The worst part about all of this is that he was silenced for warning us.
Really?
Oh my.
But by who?
They were like, no, you can't tell people this.
Who told him he couldn't?
The government.
Ah, classic.
The gub.
Classic.
So,
Classic
a
government.
man was arrested trying to get on Space Force base to warn of war between aliens and dragons.
Okay.
Now, Ben, is this your kin or is this another alien race?
The aliens and dragon stuff?
The aliens.
Yes.
Yes.
The last I remember, we didn't have a war with the dragons, but I got thrown out from my people a long time ago. So for all I know, they've created a war between them and the space dragons.
If your kin got in a war with the dragons, they would get stomped.
Oh, we would get
They'd
curb stomped.
absolutely-
We'd be annihilated. We'd be burned to a crisp.
Yeah.
Burned into the ground. The space dragons, you don't
Your
want to mess
people would
around
be.
with.
Your people would be like running around trying to probe the dragons, and the dragons would be
Dude,
like,
this
"What
guy,
the
this
fuck are you
guy's right
doing?"
though.
And
The space dragons are the most terrifying enemy we've ever had in the universe,
True.
and that the government's not listening to it is insane.
I think it's interesting because we've been talking a lot. I mean,
Yes.
we've talked about this before. We have
Yes.
a crack team of scientists. They're working around the clock to give us vital,
Up-to-date information.
like groundbreaking information.
Yep.
And one of the things we've talked about a lot is the lizard people who live in the center of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
who have been trying for a very long time to get out, get free, cause problems.
Yeah.
And here we are now with a man trying to say that. Do you have any more information about this man?
Well, I just want to point out that it's kind of crazy that this man was willing to risk everything to warn people about this.
Yeah.
So he is a Florida man.
Classic.
Good. Yeah. So you know
So-
he's real
yeah.
the highest quality of human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Sane,
Oh, absolutely.
and, has a lot of integrity,
Definitely.
honorable,
Oh yeah.
The most integrity.
100%.
very strong-minded. all
Never
that type
seen
of stuff.
someone with a stronger
Um,
box.
Box?
A stronger brain box. Oh, my alien's slipping out. Oh, my bad.
Brain box.
Sorry.
Brain box.
That's just what we used to call it back home. My bad. It's his brain hole. I mean his skeleton, his skull, his brain skull. His
Brain box is the most amazing name for head I've ever heard in my life.
Brain box.
That's so good. That's so good. Brain.
Yep. Brain box. Yep.
Anyway,
The brain box.
brain box. Yep. This man from Florida had a great brain box on his shoulders. Let me tell you what.
Oh boy, did he! A beautiful thing.
This man from Florida was taken into custody last week after he attempted to gain access to a Space Force base to warn military officials of a war between aliens and dragons. Corey Johnson, 29, attempted to get on base at Patrick Space Force Base on Friday to warn about the battle between extraterrestrial and mythical creatures.
What does he look like?
to drive to reach the base, he drove a Ford F-150, according to local police.
Of course he did.
Which, you know,
Classic
yeah,
Florida,
I mean,
man.
it's, you know, it's the vehicle of saints. It's the, you know, anyone,
Vince
any
throwing a lot of
prophet,
shade. Yeah.
any prophet would choose a Ford
Every-
F-150.
any
Well,
prophet
I don't
would
know about
choose
that.
That's well, I mean,
You
you
know?
also what does it matter what he looks like, man?
I'm just curious.
You
Yeah.
judge a man based on the way that he looks.
Ooh. Or are you going to judge him on his astute character? His.
It kind of sounds like this guy just wants to preserve humanity, Ben.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah. I don't know what he looks like, Ben. That wasn't.
I
something that
just
really
looked it
came
up,
to my
and
mind. So.
well, he looks a little nuts. Apparently, he stole the F-150.
Are you questioning our sage prophet?
Yeah.
The prophet of the ages?
As someone who knows that the space dragons are not to be messed with, I'm not questioning him, but I am questioning the things he did to try to tell the Space Force.
So you think we should just roll over and take the invasion?
You've obviously never been invaded by a dragon before.
Wow, Ben. Wow. So you're just gonna roll over and just take it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna take it all.
That's what our people did every day. Every time.
Well, you see, I'm not one to just roll over and do that. So I'll stand my ground with Corey Johnson and fight to the death against the dragons.
Good
So,
luck. Using that brain box. of
Mr.
yours, I see.
Johnson disclosed he took possession of the vehicle 3 days prior and did not know who the owner of the vehicle was. He said the president of the United States told him in his head he needed to take the vehicle. So, that's quite the statement.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of sounds
yeah,
like something.
I guess Biden had.
Sounds like something Biden would tell you to do.
Yeah.
Steal a vehicle. Okay.
Johnson told local police he was told by the president of a great battle between U.S. aliens fighting with Chinese dragons.
What?
Yeah.
So now he's giving him labels?
He was told...
Oh, my goodness.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not just any old dragon. It's the Chinese dragon, Ben.
Yeah. I mean, of all the dragons, that would be terrifying to fight. They'd be the worst.
That would be.
Yeah.
I imagine them as just like complete psychos in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Fast.
Yeah.
Vicious. You
Yeah.
know? I mean,
Serpent-like.
obviously, it's not just fire that you deal with, you know?
And they got horns and all sorts of crap.
It's true.
So.
They breathe fire.
You know what else breeds fire?
Not
man?
parasaurolophus.
Paraphrophosophyl. And
Actually, I don't think Chinese dragons breathe fire.
Do they not?
I don't think so.
I thought they did. Or is that just Western dragons?
Ben, you know, you claim that you're an expert on dinosaurs, and you don't even know what dragons breathe fire.
So Chinese dragons do not typically breathe fire. Those who do were said to be sent from the heavens to Earth as punishment.
So they're alien dragons, the ones that breathe fire from are aliens.
It's all coming together now.
They can summon rain and be viewed as benevolent. So if
Yep.
they're trying to attack us, they must be aliens.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes a lot of sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now.
Facts.
We have prophets that are trying to warn us, and Ben is slandering them, for risking everything to try to tell us.
I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah,
I mean-
I just don't know why you came at the guy so hard. You know,
I mean,
it's kind of important.
yeah.
Whose side are you really on, Ben, in this war?
All right, my people,
Yeah.
we like
In
the
this great
alien
war.
dragons. Okay, they are our benevolent masters.
So you're friends with China, Ben?
I'm friends with the dragons.
Are you saying you're a communist?
Oh
Are you
my!
a communist, Ben?
Oh my! Oh. You know what? I
Interesting.
have nothing left to say.
You know, this whole Justin Bieber thing is really starting to make a lot of sense. Just saying.
I have nothing left to say.
Starting to see it.
I have nothing left to say.
Well, I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting because we've been talking a long time about this.
Yeah.
These lizard people and everything like that.
Now, what I think is the craziest monkey wrench in this entire thing, a total curveball, is the fact that Biden is in on this whole war too.
President.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows, man.
Well, it's something interesting too. Once again, because we've talked about this, that lizard people getting closer to the ground, getting closer to underground, so they can live next to the heat, so they can come back one day, trying to work on heating the earth back up, so they can come out here and live. Remember the whole sinkhole episode we did?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that sinkhole found?
China. Boom.
China.
Boom.
China.
Boom. It's
They
all
are trying to free
connected.
these dragons. They're trying to give them a place to come out of the ground and attack us.
And those holes are big.
Big holes!
Yeah, those holes
Yeah.
are gaping.
Big hole.
Those like giant dragons could come out of those things.
My brain
like,
box can't even
huge
comprehend the
beasts.
size of that thing.
The thing is, too, if you're gonna fight dragons, you're gonna need weaponry that is beyond the capability of humanity. Maybe the aliens are benevolent. Maybe they are trying to help us.
Maybe.
They know, hey, space dragons are a big deal.
Yep.
You know what else we're gonna need? Some really great allies.
Mm-hmm.
And my vote is for, to me, one of the biggest armies that exists on land and on sea. The Hippo Whale
All right.
Alliance.
All right.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to get there, that's the way to do it. Listen, we can't rely on the sharks because they're just going to be eating each other every 5 seconds. They
True.
eat each other as babies. They're probably eating each other in war, too.
Honestly, sharks would be the most unreliable ally that you could
Yeah.
probably have.
Blood in the water, they lose their minds. They go crazy.
They actually don't.
I think I'd rather get pounced and raped by a dolphin in the middle of battle than eaten by a shark in the middle of battle.
Wow. So you're telling me that you want to be the object of sexual pleasure for a dolphin?
I'm just saying that if I had a choice,
Mm-hmm.
between
choose
the two.
sex with a dolphin.
All right.
I'd rather get mauled to death by a shark. to be
Any
honest.
day.
I don't want that memory.
I don't.
I don't want-
If
I don't want
you
that
can,
memory.
if you're telling me that you would rather live with the memory of being absolutely railed by a dolphin, or just
With
be
little
dead and never
floppy
have it happen,
Dolphin thing. Yeah.
I'd rather die.
The way I look at
I
it,
don't want to take my chances with the dolphin.
and that's fine, Ben. That's fine. That's fine. You also hate sex in hospitals, so
Yeah.
yeah, like
You know?
any
That is-
normal
that is
person
something-
hopefully would.
hate sex.
In hospitals. Don't forget the specific in hospitals part there.
So before Ben derailed this entire conversation, we were
What?
talking about how these aliens might actually be our allies
Yeah.
in the war,
Okay.
which is
That's-
honestly,
oh,
I didn't see that coming,
yeah.
which makes a lot of sense. So the question is, are these the giant aliens? Because obviously they're not going to be Ben's kin.
I mean,
The antenna aliens.
that's a good question. I don't think so because, the thing is that it sounds like they might already be here,
Yeah.
helping or trying to help. I mean, the fact that Florida Man is reporting on it means that there's something definitely going on that we don't really know about,
Well, it's got to be reliable information.
Yeah.
And especially since it's coming from the president himself,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's kind of
And
a
he
big
gave it
deal.
to Florida Man, and that's the other thing. Florida sometimes gets some flack for Florida Man stuff, but Florida Man risked it all to bring us his information.
True.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important point. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta respect people that
Can't
are
even deny that, honestly.
they're trying to help us. Yeah,
So, according to the arrest records of Mr. Johnson, he was told by the president that he needed to tell the government.
Why?
So,
Wait. What?
maybe
don't question it, Ben.
I'm
Just,
maybe that's
questioning it.
that's a worry. Maybe
So he
Maybe,
was told by the
what we've been
president
saying all along.
yep.
Yeah.
to tell the government.
Mr. Johnson. Yes.
And tell me exactly how
Yep.
that makes sense.
Well, because the government's an elected official,
Uh-huh.
and he doesn't get to stay in office very long, probably because he's
The
human.
government's an
So he
elected
can't be
official.
easily replaced.
Well,
President is
think
an
about it.
elected official.
Think about what would happen if President Biden said that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be hysteria, chaos.
But if you send Florida man to do it and
Yeah.
warn the right people,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
obviously you have to arrest him. You have to make it look like he's crazy because you don't want the dragons to get hints that there's somebody onto them. So
Yeah.
you send Florida man, knowing his fearless bravery.
Mhm.
Like he's gonna
In his brain box.
He's gonna steal a Ford
Yeah.
F-150. He's gonna steal the most reliable vehicle he can to get
Mhm.
exactly where he needs to be, and he's gonna let the right people know at the right time. And
Yep.
they're gonna say, "Oh, sorry, we gotta arrest you, Mr. Florida man. You're crazy. Oh, what do you know about anything?" But now they're been
But
prepared.
now, think about it. We got the information.
True.
We have the information. This podcast right here, where we
Breaking news.
solve the world's problems, we have the information now at our fingertips with
Yeah.
our host, our legion of scientists, cracking the codes,
Yeah.
In the basement.
solving the problems
right now.
Yeah.
in the basement,
Yeah,
eating their spam.
yeah.
So
This is important.
he got the news to the right people.
You did.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I can't
Where would we
deny
be
that.
without Florida man?
Yeah.
Can't even deny that.
Sorry,
You made good points, and I have to agree.
Yeah, you can't.
No, I can't.
You absolutely do.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I think this means, guys, that the Great War is getting closer. I think it's getting really close now, to be honest.
Yeah. You got to make sure that you guys prepare yourself.
At least it'd be something happening, you know?
And the problem is that we've still only found one ally, a great ally, the hippos.
Well, there's not one. It's two.
Well, we
The
don't
hippos are
need
coming, the whales
just
are
because
coming.
the hippos are coming doesn't mean we need to get the whales involved.
The whales are absolutely going to help too. They're cousins. Why wouldn't they help their cousins?
Well, I don't help my cousins with a lot of
Well,
things.
that sounds like that sounds like a you problem. Pretty sure the whales and the hippos get along pretty well. So that's just my thought. Anyways.
Maybe.
I don't know. This sounds like you're being really negative towards my whale friends.
Well, no, it's not the whales I have the problem with. It's the weird hippo whale combination
Hippo whale.
thing. That's just kind of weird.
Hippo whale.
I wonder what a hippo whale combination would look like.
A whippo?
I've looked up pictures of it on the internet before, and it's
It's
weird.
a hail whippo.
Yeah, it looks like that thing, the blend. That's
Yeah.
the connect. Yeah,
It's got like the baleen whale look on the front, and then
yeah.
big old hippo body. So
I kind of dig it.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
So Ben, where do you think we're at with everything?
I think that the war is quickly approaching, and honestly, at this point, I think there's a little bit of excitement to be had. I don't know what side I'll take because my people are kind of jerks, but the dragons, you know, they can blow everything up. So I don't know. That's where
Well,
I'm
I
at.
thought that. I mean,
But
Yeah.
they also like to have a good time. So if we, you know, roll over and play and, you know, have a good time, then they might leave us alone and not torch the planet.
Roll over and play.
Yeah. We're like pets to them.
How do you know this, Ben?
Don't ask
the
me how I
dragons.
know what I know.
I feel like you're just making stuff up because you don't want us to fight back against the dragons.
No,
man.
I definitely know
'Cause
what I'm
we did
talking
just-
about.
We definitely just established that you're a communist.
Wow.
So
All right, well, I guess there's
Well-
no places for communists here then. See you later.
Ben, I have to know.
Yeah.
Whose side are you really on? You know what I mean?
that's really important.
I'm on the side of the people.
No, that's super vague.
Yeah. I won't say which people, but I'm on the side of the people.
Yeah, like that's super vague. Can you go into more detail on that?
I'm on the
You want
side
to hear something that's like really crazy?
of the good people. Fire away. Hit
You want
me
to hear
with
that?
something? You want to hear something that's crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, I do want to hear this.
So, Chinese dragons are apparently born every 12 years. Think about how many dragons that would be.
Yeah,
That's
be a
that's
lot.
a long time though.
yeah.
So just something to keep in mind that we might have to fight against a lot of dragons. You want to also hear something else that's really crazy? The next year of the dragon is going to be 2024, which is coming up pretty fast.
Yeah, it is.
So you think this attack is going to happen in 2024?
I think that is a pretty logical conclusion, yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess one of my other questions, though, about this whole thing, like, do baby dragons eat each other as embryos?
Guess we'll never know.
Ooh, that is a good question.
They couldn't, because dragons probably would lay eggs. So
do you know that for sure?
So they probably would not, because they couldn't if they were one per egg.
I mean, how sure are you about that?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I've never seen their nests.
I was just curious, because, then I feel like we'd have less to worry about if we know that if they're anything like sharks, they're just going to eat each other as babies, or the mom's going to eat them, and then maybe we have way less dragons.
All right,
to worry
I'm
about,
tired of your shark slander.
And there's no shark slander here. We're just talking about nature and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, probably the closest thing we have to dragons in real life, besides actual lizards and stuff, are sharks.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I just think it's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah. It's definitely
something
kind of crazy. So, I'm just finding out some pretty interesting information here.
Okay.
So, it's kind of crazy, but Joe Biden was born, according to the Zodiac, in the year of the horse.
Okay.
And horses and dragons are apparently not friends, according to the Zodiac.
Okay.
Wow. So we have another ally. Horses.
Yeah. Horses.
Yeah.
And you know who's going to be leading the horses? Joe Biden.
Here we go.
Boom.
Boom.
So
I have the utmost confidence in that.
Yeah. So, yeah, the war is going to happen. We have about a year and a half, probably 2 years. Maybe?
No, a year and like 3 or 4 months.
Well, it depends on what time it happens in 2024.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a year and 3 or 4 months. Trust me.
Because it can't just be like at the beginning of the year, because then that would be too.
It's a year
suspicious,
and 3 or 4 months.
You know,
trust me.
People would be expecting if it was like right when it turned 2024. You know.
Trust me.
You guys know something kind of crazy?
Also, you also have to keep in mind that it could be on the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know that horses and rhinos have a common ancestor?
Oh my goodness.
So, we get the horses on board, we can get the rhinos on board as well.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll have horses and rhinos.
At least it's not a hippos. That's at least
and hippos and whales. No, we'll have both of them then. And if we can get lucky, maybe we can, resurrect a couple of philosophises, and then we'll have our own fire-breathing creatures to help us as well.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do it right, we got to bring back the right dynasty. Yeah.
So to be honest, I am totally on board with everything that has happened. I am totally on board with Corey Johnson, our sage prophet.
Yeah, thank you,
the messenger.
Corey. We appreciate your work.
Sent to us by Joe Biden, and I'm glad to have him as an ally. So,
yeah,
Florida man.
Yeah,
maybe Florida man will be like kind of like our planeswalker for our army. Like,
yeah, Florida man.
Yeah.
Florida man, his +1 ability is just like, I don't know, warn the people of Earth. And then put like I don't know, some kind of 1/1 counter on each of us and make us stronger.
Everybody listening here is like, I don't know what any of this means.
So, with that being said, let us know in the comments if you're watching us on YouTube what you think about all of this. What are your theories about all of this? And let us know which side you will be on in the Great War between dragons and aliens. And if you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, then please leave a review. We would appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much, everyone.
We'd appreciate it.
I'll catch you all another episode
Appreciate it.
very soon.
Bye.
Why'd you do that?